Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Your boy, R8RBEAR family page. And we're doing a little auction tonight. I'm going to have, let's see, one, two, oh man, I'm crazy. Three, four, five, like six different items tonight, all for one winner. It's going to be awesome. And then a little kid at a grocery store today, he asked me what my brain sounds like on the inside. He was making fun of me because I was being so silly in line. I told him it sounds like that. Boom. No, don't do that. We got to do a show. Woo! Ready to go. I would tell you, but I can't. I'm having a great day. Oh, I love the build up. That's too loud. Reverbing. No verbing. No, don't verber. R8RBEAR! You know it involves my daughter if I'm that happy, so. What's up, family? Welcome to the show, R8RBEAR Live. Please subscribe. Right down there, if you look next to the blue thumbs up, there's a green badge. If you click on it, you're on your way to subscribe to R8RBEAR Live. And it's just $5 a month. Yeah, I swear. Woo. Often imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hair, that shouts like Ric Flair. Woo! What? You heard me. Woo! The R8RBEAR! Raiders! Twice on Sundays. I don't know. I told everyone I wouldn't sing. I know it's bad. I'm sorry. Even when I like whisper it, it sounds like an aardvark in a wet bag getting beaten with a boat oar. I have that kind of like Deadpool kind of wit where it doesn't matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. If someone does something silly or something funny and I see it, I can just go right into it and start killing them. It's true. Tradish R8RBEAR Live. First comment. Woo! MVP tonight goes to from YouTube, Jim Vanderland Bear. First one tonight. Second place on YouTube, John the Lion Leon. What's up, John? Welcome to the show. Always there for R8RBEAR. Third place, my YouTube channel, Larry Brooks Jr. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. LB in the house. Okay. All right. Now, YouTube, you guys have been called out. Now you must stand aside for Facebook. And with the gold medal, #1, numero uno, el jefe tonight, Justin King. I just paused for dramatic effect that time. Second place, my silver medal goes to one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Representing Steeler Val, my little friend, Tommy. What's up, Tommy T? Welcome to the show, brother. Always there, little young man for R8RBEAR. Appreciate you. Much love. And last but not least, family in the house, third place with the bronze, Mark Alvarez. Mark, sup? Keep an eye on your mail the next couple days. Coming your way, brother. All right, so honorable mention goes to Tony Make It Dip. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. And for YouTube, honorable mention, Alpha and Omega forever. But we say for life. All right. Jeff Gibbs, what's up? Welcome to the show. I'm doing good, man. Anna Diaz Rincon, my first supporter ever. Love you, girl. Lucky Pace, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear, who I got to meet in person. Very cool dude. Matthew Lincoln, what's up, Matthew? Welcome to the show. So I hear they talking about a young WB. You mean wide receiver, I'm assuming. Wait, is the B by the R? No, it's not. How'd you do that? Yes, there is talk of that because they're thinking of getting one more explosive weapon to pair with Devontae Adams. And then if you do that, all you got to do now is make some defensive adjustments. You get another offensive lineman, and we're on our way. And we could do it best player available because we're going to have some nice picks. I have it right here. I can tell you. Okay, round 1, obviously we picked 13th, but then round 2, 42nd, round 3, 73rd. So we're once again kind of in the top 10 as each round starts. We're in the top 10 of that round. And sorry, I dropped my pen there. And it's one of those ones that if I leave it on the ground, it'll start leaking. Okay, so let's see. Round 4, 112, round 5, 145. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then round 6 at 201st. Now, we have 3. Our 7, 8, and 9 picks are all in the 7th round. And I've had a lot of people like poo-poo that, but try to remember there's a team representing the Super Bowl this year that has a 7th round Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback. I mean, you can't make a bigger argument than that for the idea of don't dog what you could get out of the 7th round, because there's dudes are coming out of the 7th round now that can play. All right. Hi back, Dustin King. Appreciate that. Okay, so it's mine. Go ahead and announce it. Sorry, Alpha. It might have shown that on yours, but not on mine. Tony Make It Dip said QB, that is. Oh, okay. Well, there is talk of a young quarterback, and I did bring up a guy last night that came up in a weird situation. It was kind of one of those behind the scenes, we accidentally posted this and we didn't intend to kind of things. And I don't know, I think I caught one, but the kid's name is Vasha Hunt from Washington. Vasha Hunt from Washington. And left-handed thrower, good speed, mobility, he has some decent size. He's not a linebacker or anything, but he's good size. Chuck Lloyd, what's up? Welcome to the show. Erman Jr., Bear. Appreciate that. Tony Make It Dip. Oh, you guys better watch out. Tony Make It Dip is making bids. He don't even know what's up yet. And you know why he's doing that? Because he knows the Raider Bear. When I say I got something good coming your way, it's something good coming your way. All right, and since he got us jumping off on that, I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys what's what. So we have this. I often say that this has like a 3D effect to it. So I'm going to try and show everybody. See that black stitching that's going around the outside, especially up here on the top. You can kind of see it, but it's ribbed. It's not ribbed like that. Don't be a pig. I was talking to the ladies. Raiderettes do it like that. They roll. But having said that, this one has a very cool piping edge to it. And it gives it kind of a 3D look. I really like it. It's kind of like what I did with my Raider Bear whiteout patch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's in there tonight. Okay, so we're doing that. And, anyone that's got a vest or a jacket or a cool sweater that they want to make look even better, you're going to be able to do that after you win this package. And if you have a wife or a girlfriend that's a Raiderette, oh, look out. Maybe even a baby daughter, Raiderette. This is the new one. I don't know if you noticed that. It's a little different than the one that's been going around a lot. It's got this new, really nice hand script on it. Okay, so that's 3 right there. Okay, that's 3 right there. Then I was coming with, look, in the wrapper, this sweet, it's like what was that show? I'm not showing my age, but I know that show. Battlestar Galactica. I am showing my age, but the Battlestar Galactica slash one of our super friends, super friend fans, is contributed that one. So I really love it, and I hate that I'm not saying his name because I can't remember what his Raider name was, because I'm sure it's not Raider Battlestar Galactica. That's just too long. Are you guys watching how many things I put in this? Do you notice I'm still not done? I'm even going with the Gremlin Raider. Yeah, the one carrying the Wu-Tang flag, saying peace while he's wearing a a Raiders hoodie. You've never seen a better Raider patch than that, especially a little small one like this. It can go anywhere. You can put it on the chest above a logo on your jacket. You can put it on your shoulder. You can put it on a lid. Look at that, and it would fit. I love this. This is one of my faves. I got a couple more in. So really cool. So I don't even know how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this. I'm not done. No, I'm not done. No, I got another one in. That's right. I got another one in for those front license plates. If you want to jazz it up, the Raiders license plate cover in black. And if you look closely, see that stitching around the shield? It's supposed to give it like a Kevlar look. It's pretty cool. I'm letting you know. It's pretty cool. You're not going to bump into too many people that have this. So check that out. All of the above, all of that stuff goes tonight to the contributor of the most stars tonight. Goes that fine package of mine. I know the joke's overdone. It's because it's funny every time. Brent Knipe, what's up? Welcome to the show. Sean Paul Doney, what's up? Welcome to the show. Alpha and Omega took the time to write this, so I'm going to read Alpha and Omega's statement here. Raiders! Did you hear about Mark Davis saying about the Niners and the Chiefs being his second other favorite teams? If so, do you know if he meant it, or was he being sarcastic, or has he lost his ever-loving mind? Scotty, I'm going to go with the last one. He's lost his ever-loving mind. You have to understand, there are people who are Raider fans who have kids that are Chiefs fans. I'm serious. And you know what it is. I mean, we say it all the time. Don't be, excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Don't be a bandwagon fan. Okay, well, bandwagon fans are people who aren't a fan of a team until they win a Super Bowl. And then they go, oh, did you see how they played and the way they threw the ball? Oh, I love that team. I'm now a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I like red. And you suck. But that's how it happens with most of our youth. They see the winning and they say, oh, yeah, that's who I want to be around. I want to be associated with winning. Trade Renfro for Mac. I don't think that that's a straight across deal. I think you'd have to throw a pick in there, back and forth, where Khalil Mack would be viewed as the more valuable player. So I would give them Hunter Renfro and, like, I don't know, one of our 7s, and pray they take that. Otherwise, they would probably want our, like, number 4. And we only have one 4th round pick, and I don't want to give them that. So, Sean Paul Doty, Bear, what's up? I hear the Raiders are talking about a new wide receiver, a new quarterback. Well, it's not really being talked about, but yeah, they're making it known that they're going to look. They want pressure to be on AOC, and you kind of need that, because you got to find out if he's the guy, and being nice to him and making everything feel, like we're all friends in the way to do it. You got to make him feel like he's got to work hard. He's got to show up on time. He's got to be the first one there and the last one to leave, know the playbook, make throws, be assertive, be a leader. If he does those things, he's going to be fine. And I think he can do that. I really do. I have not lost hope on him. Let's see. Greetings, Raider Bear. I had a surprising day in work that I do. Nobody said anything stupid to me. That actually is very surprising. Jeremy Van McRae, what's up? Welcome to the show. Michael Purifoy, out from the shadows, emerging with flair. I added that. He's right on time without a moment to spare. Turn up the volume and let it blare. Here he is, Raider Nation. It's the Raider Bear. Don't get me all excited, Mike. He loves doing that to me. Troy Gill, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. My guy Gil Moody in the house. What's up, Gil? Welcome to the show. Gil, that's how you became a Chiefs fan, right? I mean, but is it? No, no. Oh, Gil Moody's he's a great guy. He comes here for the chops across the throat. He knows, he knows I love him. Stephen Shaw, what's up? Welcome to the show. Benny Arriaga, welcome to the show. Well, defensive end Janarius Robinson, number 97, who just signed a contract that managed to get a DUI. Yeah. Did anyone notice too that Patrick Mahomes' dad got a DUI over the weekend? Oh, womp womp womp. It's like his whole Patrick Mahomes got famous and rich, and all of a sudden he has to expose his brother and his twick wife, and now his alcoholic dad. Jeez, could it get any worse? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah. No, Gil Moody, you're always welcome here. Jason Hunter, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. I'm doing good. I'm just not doing as many shows like literally every single day in the off season because there's a lot going on, but at the same time with work and my daughter's work, once my daughter gets a job, in effect, I get a job because I got to make sure she gets there and pick her up and so on and so forth. Sean Paul Tony, I love it. And Tony, make it. I love that name. All right, here we go. Spencer Rattler. Mark Vargas, Spencer Rattler would be available at 13, but do we want to pick him there? You know what I mean? Because I think he's a little bit of a project. So they're probably thinking second round. And don't let that alarm you because remember, I don't think he's going to go in the first round. But more importantly, we have a high second round pick. So we'll be able to get him if we want him, we'll be able to get him. Mr. Bear, Tommy grabs my phone from me every night before your show starts and tickles me if he can't get it fast enough. That's because he's my guy, man. He wants to see his big brother Bear. I love you guys. John Leon, what do you think about the quarterback that everyone is talking about in the Senior Bowl? Rattler, is his last name? Yeah, Rattler. I get what they're saying. They're saying the same things, though, that they said about AOC. That he is a dark horse. He's one of those guys that he's not going to put up number one college quarterback numbers. But once you get him in the NFL, see, guys, you have to understand that college ranks in the NFL are two totally different things, which I know you guys know. Not trying to say anyone's dumb or anything. But what I mean is that once a college player gets there, you're going specifically on what you've scouted from him. Because what he did in college really doesn't matter. And I know that sounds weird to people, but it doesn't. Now, if you go to college and you put up phenomenal numbers and you win the Heisman Trophy or something like that, of course, that matters. That's doing something that elevates you up the board. But the truth is, you could be a quarterback picked in the 4th round and have, 12 senior scouts from around the NFL looking at that guy and going, that guy's going to translate. I'm telling you, just give him time. Let him get up to the NFL level, feel the speed, and that guy's going to be nice. And so, for example, you always hear, this guy's the best quarterback in the league coming into the NFL. Oh, this quarterback over here is the best. Remember, they said it was Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Okay, this just previous draft. Okay, but we also saw Levi come out, and he was nice. And, we've seen some other guys. We've seen our guy and so on and so forth. So, see, there's never really just 5 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks in the coming from the college ranks to the NFL. It's not just that. There's more. There's guys that can really play. But you can't say that yet because they're working in little systems, coming from little schools, and you got to see if they can go up to the pros and translate that. And sometimes they do. You look at Brock Purdy, and I know none of us like the Niners. I don't like the Niners, but it's unfortunate for us. They're the best example of what I'm talking about. They got dead last guy out of the last round, and he's taken his team to a Super Bowl. So we can't discredit those late round picks that you can get. Great question, John. I hope I answered it. Mark Vargas, the guy from Washington State, is that guy. I always forget his name, Vasha Hunt. And I like it. Looked at a little bit of tape of him last night for the first time. I like it. I'm not against that idea. Rick Samarana. What's up, Rick? Welcome to the show. Always there for Raider Bear. Raider C-Dub. What's up, man? He loves ribs, man. Extra sauce. Raging Raider Rhino in the house. Wow, all my people's in tonight. What's up? Got a few patches I'll send to raffle. Nice. Hook a brother up so we can get the nation looking good. Jason Hunter, I think Rattler can play in the league, possible second or early third round. Jason, I would say to you, though, with the conversation that's going on with him right now, second round. If you're anyone trying to wait for him in the third round, you're probably not going to get him, because these things always are meant to be estimations of a player's talent. And he could end up here or he could end up here. But in truth, you always have a GM in the league that says, that guy's a fourth round talent, but I see him in the second round and I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to take a chance because there's 30 plus other teams that could grab this guy in the second, late second, early third, that kind of thing. So if you're going to pull the trigger, let me pull up my finger here again. If you're going to pull the trigger, you're going to pull it at number 42, second overall. Because by round 3, we go to pick number 73. That's 30 picks from our previous pick. So you're telling me that all those teams are going to find 30 guys and no one can find room for Rattler? I doubt that. I mean, it's possible, but I just don't know if that's a gamble I'd want to take. And then especially when you consider, let's see. Yeah, we have number 42 in the second round and then number 73 in the 3. So I wanted to double check my math. Roughly 30 plus picks. Tony Carpenter Evans, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. Everyone tune into the NFL Honors Thursday night. Max Crosby is up for the Defensive Player of the Year and Walter Payton Man of the Year awards, and rightfully so. Appreciate you reporting that, Alpha. Armando Guzman, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. I see KC and the 49ers are arguing about practice fields. I'm just sitting back and eating my popcorn. The team that's really got it the worst is the Niners, because they were told to go to UNLV. And from what they're saying, it's like this cheap grass and, they can only do like light work, because if they try to run hard and do cuts, they're worried that the grass, the foundation is going to come out under their feet because of their cleats, and they're going to turn their ankles or twist their knees. And they just don't want to do that. So in a sense, it's like a boxer and his last 3 sparring fights going into the fight to really get warmed up. He can't do it. Your sparring partner's gone. You have to fight this little girl. So now you can spar, but you got to just barely touch her because, we don't want to hurt her. You know what I mean? But that was the best we could find for you. And that's what the equivalent of this is. And then don't get me wrong. And there is a small victory too in the practice field, and the practice guest locker room is all the Chiefs have been given access to. So they can kiss my ass, her ass, his ass, and everybody else's ass. Excuse my French. Bear, you already have my address, so go ahead and mail all them patches to me. Make a bid, fool. Miguel and Victoria, what's up, R8RBEAR Bear? I haven't been on here in a minute, but just wanted to say for our quarterback situation, I'm really hoping we get Kirk Cousins and then sit AOC for 2. Oh, sit him. I thought you were going to say and sick him. And then sit AOC for 2 years, because AOC is still my guy. I feel all of that, Miguel, but I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking Cousins, let him come in, but I would really tell him, though, you're going to have to beat AOC out for the job. And I mean, beat him out. I mean, I want to see high completion percentage. I want to see that cat throwing lasers, because although most of us have a positive impression of Kirk Cousins, I would say, not all of us like Kirk Cousins. Some people think he's undersized. Some people think he's an almost guy like Derek Carr, where he can make all these plays and do all these things between the 20s, but then when it's time and it counts, they get sacked or they throw the ball away or they fumble, little stupid things like, Derek Carr kind of stuff. That man is almost at fisticuffs with like 4 different guys on the Saints. For the younger people in the group, fisticuffs is a term that means fighting, physically fighting. Derek Carr is literally physically fighting 3 or 4 guys on his team, one of which is his star wide receiver, who keeps going on X, formerly known as Twitter, and just ratting on Derek Carr. Telling how much he sucks. It's so bad. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Tony, make it dip. So what's up with this Hunt guy? Well, the idea is that he is a combination quarterback. He can run the ROP, the run option pass, but also he's got a little bit of decent size. He doesn't look like a guy that's going to get, broken down if he gets whacked around a little bit. And with his legs, he could stretch the chain. So it's the perfect kind of thing and I'm just being honest. I do a show. Okay. I talk to thousands of people every day. And I'm telling you right now, the the mindset of Raider Nation is they want a quarterback of that type. They want a running quarterback. My hooded vest is almost full. Got space on the back for those patches you got right there. Alpha's on one. Elon Bush, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I'm doing good. Carlos Megana, what's up? Ray Durs. That's how our coach did the first time. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, what does he do? Tony Make It Dips daughter is a Raider fan. That's because she's a good girl. Jason Hunter said Renfro and a 7th. Yes, Jason, I can feel that. Yeah, I can feel that. But they might even argue more than that, I would think. I think they could even argue more than that. Speaking of the Chiefs fans and Raider fans and families, being a Raider fan from KC and living in KC, part of the reason I became a Raider fan was I was pissed off at my Chiefs fan parents. Scotty Lutz went Mortal Kombat on his parents. That's awesome. Did you hear they labeled Garoppolo as the least valuable acquisition of the 2023 season? I hadn't heard that because I already knew that. Put it foots in him, okay? Jimmy G, okay? A backdoor restaurant bringing in his MILFs, a.k.a. porn stars. Get him out of here. I hate the fact that he was even on the roster as long as he's been on the roster. We all know we're going to let him go, so just let him go. Our youngest likes the Steelers, but owns more Raiders gear. He's getting there. Nice. Tell him, Anna. I think AOC, but you're right. He needs to work like he wants it. Yeah, Tony, you got to make these guys earn what they get. You know what I mean? The moment you start making them feel like they've made their money and they chill. Look at all these running backs throughout the league. Ezekiel Elliott, to me, was like the quintessential argument for why you don't pay a guy for what he did 5 years ago. You know what I mean? If they get to their 4th and 5th year and they were like one of the best running backs in football, it's understandable that you might want to re-up them and keep them and, and run them right into the ground and put them in your Hall of Fame. But it's not if they've lost significantly as to what they were doing in those first 3, 4, 5 years. If their numbers are similar, then okay. But if they're not, then no. Tony, make it dip. Okay. Hey, Bear, where are we at with Getsy? Is he signed? Yes. Will he be signed? Because I'm hearing that Bieniemy was recently fired from the Commanders. Yeah, the Bieniemy thing was already on the table. We looked at that and then said no thanks and went to Luke Getsy. And that should be more proof to you as to how well the Luke Getsy interview went. I had a Raider fan just yesterday ask me, more than one, did we just pick up Getsy to fill up the spot and keep it rolling, to not fall behind? Because some people as fans, very smart fans, but some of them don't realize that as soon as your season ends, a clock starts. And that clock starts with, okay, getting your staff right. Because sometimes you have staff from the previous year. If you had a bad season, you're going to fire them. So you got to find replacements. Then if you do, like our head coach, we replaced him, but we replaced him mid-year. That means now he has to get his assistants, his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator, unless one of the assistants from the previous season stays, i.e. our defensive coordinator, but not our offensive coordinator. So see, all these things take time, and you have to do it while you're getting ready for the President's Bowl or the Red, White, and Blue Bowl or whatever bowl that's coming up that features these little kids. And again, for knowledge, they're not going there to watch the guys play. You got to understand that they're not going there to watch the guys play. They're going there to meet their parents. They're going there to see how they prepare for the game. Are they mature, or are they all amped up and can't stay still? Things like that. You're trying to assess the person at that point. What they can do on the football field, you're already pretty aware of with the amount of video they have from whatever school they came from, plus the President's Bowl or whatever, then the combines. And what I mean? You've seen their physical traits. Now, are they stupid? Are they clever? That kind of thing. It's his dad's 3rd. Wow. Sebastian Soto de Leon, is reporting that the Chiefs starting quarterback, his dad, is on his 3rd DUI. That's embarrassing. Too bad Patrick Cajones didn't get a DUI. Oh, he'd have still started. They wouldn't have done that. You would think they would, but they wouldn't. In my household, you can pick your party. You can pick your religion, but my kids, you're a Raider fan. And the moment you're not, go live with your daddy. You know that wrestler that calls herself the man because she's such a badass? She doesn't even want to be known as the woman. She's the man. That's Tony Carpenter Evans. She is a badass. I have a couple hundred kids I want to send to her boot camp. Max Crosby has surpassed Khalil Mack as an all-time Raider. He's in a realm of his own in terms of franchise history. Straight up great. Alpha, I'm not ready to go quite as far as saying he surpassed Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack put up a lot of numbers. But I will say to you, his collective package, there I go with packages again. His collective talent, in my opinion, goes past Khalil Mack in just a little bit of a way because he uses speed as opposed to power. And as I'm obviously a skinny guy, I've always favored speed. Power is a good thing to have, but I've always argued that you can develop enough power to be effective in a smaller frame that can also now go very fast. So, hey, Raider Bear, Samuel Guerra. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. My brother had a stroke. Oh, my brother had a stroke last Monday. He's getting better. He just got to a physical therapy facility. He's a Raider fan as well. Prayers for good health. The stroke is probably from the Niners and Chiefs Super Bowl. You're killing me. Tell your brother I said mad love, Samuel Guerra. Also, I used to work as an assistant in physiotherapy where you would have physical therapists working with people in car accidents, things like that. And I would work out with them in the gym, taking into account their injuries, giving them workouts that were specific to getting them in shape without re-stressing or injuring other boo-boos they had at the time. And so, yeah, I'm real super familiar with that. And so I hope your brother's doing well. Tony Terry Dita, Nottingness Bay. Woo! What's up, bro? Welcome to the show. Joe Milton. That's doable. Let me see. Joe Milton. Is that? No, I think I'm going off of memory and it's not a good one. Hang on, let me go up here. I have the free agents, like top 100 in front of me. And so I'm looking. Well, tell me who he is because I'm recognizing that name, but I'm having trouble with it. Is it one of the young quarterbacks coming out? Are you asking about that? Because I'll know once you refresh me on who he is. I just need to remember who that is. Tony Dip. Tony Make a Dip's going to take this big package, guys. I'm telling you. No. The winning package. Stop that. Let's see. We also have Anthony Brown at quarterback position. We just signed. He's 25 and played for the Ravens. And yeah, he was with us for the run last year. I think there's a chance he could be good. Maybe not better than AOC. AOC could probably still beat him out. And then maybe after that, getting into the system, knowing what our new system is going to be, then maybe. Although they're all going to be on an even playing field when you really think about it, because AOC is learning the new offense as well. But I can't. That should tell you even more why I have real confidence in AOC. I really do. I just think that if we're one of those teams that says, you know what, we've seen it, we know what he is, we don't like it, and we move him in year 2 or year 3, when he gets to year 4, year 5, we're probably going to see that guy doing things and we're going to regret it. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Megana, appreciate the prayers for our viewer. Appreciate that. Prayers from Reyes Antonio, too. Appreciate that love. Prayers from Gil Moody. Appreciate that, guys. Mark Tomlinson, good Wednesday afternoon, a hot summer day. I hope you, Raider Bear brother and Mama Bear and sister, and the rest of your family over in La Raza, have a great weekend. Much love from me, your biggest fan. Appreciate you, Mark Tomlinson, Raider brother, out here in Christchurch, South Island. Aotearoa means New Zealand. One West worldwide. Respect, brother. I appreciate that. One love. Jeff Gibbs, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. I'm doing good. Me and the ladies just got back. I got back with just a few minutes before my start time because of the rain and people driving crazy meaning crazy slow. And it was just, I mean, they should. It's raining. It was crazy out there. And I didn't mind that, but it made me almost late. But I got it. I made it. Can you believe Mark Davis said that the Queefs earned it to occupy Allegiant Stadium? I say BS. They got the league and it's son of a monkey refs on their side. They all deserve punted foots in them. Stop it. But you know what? Honestly, what he meant, Mark Davis never speaks well, but what he meant is that the Chiefs technically had the home field advantage. So the away team is technically the Niners. So the home team is generally the team that gets to pick which facility, or they just give them the better one automatically. So he's right. A rare occurrence. All right, here we go. Maddie, my daughter says, hey, that's from Tony Make It Dip. George Prieto, my good friend in the house. What's up, George? Welcome to the show. Mr. Raider Bear, Uncle Jim said it looks like Mr. Graham is going to stay with the Raiders. Is that true? Yes, it's looking that way. I hope so, because he really turned the defense around after the dummy head coach was fired. That's right. Stick with dummy. I like that label. Now, to be honest with you, Tommy, he's good. And so I initially thought he was gone. I just thought, no way that Patrick Graham survives that. I just thought, no way. But when I say survive, what I mean is survive the seducing of other teams that are going to be able to pay him more money to come over and potentially be their defensive coordinator for 1 year and then be looked at as potentially the head coach. You know what I mean? Or just the head coaching position altogether, because there was a lot of jobs out there. And so I think not him. I think with so many jobs out there, I just had him taking one. I just didn't think, I had the hiccups again. I just didn't think he would pass up on that kind of opportunity, especially the kind of opportunity that's going down on my show tonight. Okay, check this out. I've got the Raiders Battlestar Galactica super fan patch. I've got the Raiderette, and this is the new Raiderette one with the sweet stitch to it. So if you have a Raiderette love in your life, she's going to go nuts when she sees this. Okay. Then I go with that 3D stitching Raider Nation. This is one of my favorites because it just says I'm a member of the nation. I like that. Raider Nation. So there's 3 right there. Plus number 4, my own personal patch, the Whiteout Raider Bear patch. Yeah. Throwing that. Wait, say it again. Okay. Throwing that in because, I'm a spoiler. And then last but not least, definitely not last, the little gremlin Raider with the Wu-Tang flag and the peace. Look at his fingers. He's going, peace. I love that. And it says Raiders on his little hoodie sweater. He's the man. And then last, no, it's least. It's last. It's just last. This Kevlar in appearance. It's not actually Kevlar. It just looks Kevlar-ish. But you have this nice front plate for your car. The Raiders Kevlar-looking Kevlar-ish plate. Check that out. Get it tonight to the contributor of the most stars tonight. And remember, stars contributing to the show go directly to charities like the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desk, and also Punks for Autism. And I recommend anyone and everyone watching my show tonight go see Punks for Autism. They have dope clothes, and every time you buy one of their shirts, money goes straight to autism research. It's dope. I say you should pull the trigger on Bo Nix at the first pick. Tony, that's probably going to happen. Now, we have to remember that we just got a GM that pulled the trigger to bring in their guy, and he turned out to be really good, broke a lot of rookie records for quarterbacks. Herbert Jones is pretty good. Now, fast forward, you've got Tom Telesco with us and an opportunity with a team to find the quarterback. So I like where Tom Telesco lands with us. I think he's smart. I think he will get us someone, but I think he will also make it competitive by bringing in a veteran quarterback. I really do. But I think one will come before the other. In other words, he'll probably draft first because the veterans, they're going to be there. He could even have talks with one right now and have him all dialed up. And then right when we finish our draft business, we reach out and get that veteran. Bear been working on the draft yet? Reyes Antonio, I'm talking about it. Bear been working on the draft yet? Are you talking about like me doing a mock one? I never really do mock drafts. I tend to produce mock drafts that I see on other walls and pages by some of the analysts, and then I'll kind of talk about, what's there and what's available from that. But I'll give you a little bit of what I have just from memory, because I was looking at this just the other day and I thought it was super interesting. Let me pull this up. I can't show you because it's on my phone. Or no, excuse me, it's on my tablet. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Where'd you go? Joe, you're a liar. I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, so obviously Caleb Williams is going to go first. Then you have Drake May of North Carolina. Big arm on that kid. I was surprised that there might be a team that might want Drake May more than Caleb Williams. I think we might see a shocker, and I think there's a chance that Caleb could go to number 2. I really do. Anyway, so the 3rd ranked quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. Now, they have Michael Penix Jr. pretty high. You know what I mean? So if that's the guy, I mean, you're not going to get him. You're not going to get him unless you move up. I mean, because that's only 2 quarterbacks gone. There's way more than 2 teams that need quarterbacks. And you've got other guys, obviously, like Quinn Ewers, the kid from Texas. And then you've got Jordan Travis, the kid with the Florida Seminoles. And then they have Bo Nix ranked as the 5th highest quarterback. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6. Oh, okay. And then Joe Milton. There we go. That's what he was asking me about. Joe Milton, Tennessee. I apologize, brother. I've got it now. What do I think of Joe Milton of Tennessee at quarterback? Now, obviously, he's not the number one guy, so I do like him for that reason. I don't like number one picks because if you go back and look in your history, number one picks almost never pan out. Almost never. I mean, it's so rare when you see a number one quarterback come out of the draft and really, do what CJ Stroud did this year, play well enough that he's actually dynamic and is making plays like a starter that's a veteran. You don't usually see that. So I think we should look for a quarterback, but I'm not interested if it's in the first round. You know what I mean? Unless we're going to go down the board, like for example, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a popular name that's been talked about with Raider Nation quite a bit. Jaden Daniels also, from my understanding, has a relationship with Antonio Pierce. So, they may be looking at him like, we don't care what he's rated or where he's, suspected to go in the draft. But I would say this, one or more of those 10 quarterbacks I just gave you is going to be there at that second round pick, number 42. Because remember, you've got, let me just go over it one more time. This is number 5 down. Okay. So Bo Nix, Jordan Travis, Joe Milton, they have ranked 7th, by the way. JJ McCarthy, Michigan, Jaden Daniels, and then Sam Hartman of Notre Dame. So that's 6 guys that are still on the board. There's not that many teams that won't have tried for one of those first 5 quarterbacks. Get it? So between the first 5 quarterbacks and where we pick, there's leverage there where we're going to be able to get one of these nice quarterbacks, maybe even in that early second round pick. Not saying that's for sure thing, but like Joe Milton, that's very possible. That's very possible. DeAndre Miller. We should have given them the restroom instead of the locker room. Why? Because that's what it looks like we should do with their jerseys. I agree. If the Niners aren't happy with our practice accommodations, they can get the bleep out while we put foots in them. Butts in them. I believe the 49ers watching our film from when we put butts in the Queefs on Christmas and going to beat them in the Super Bowl. Well, remember, the Niners had them the first time. They were up 20-10 and they lost. They were up 20-10 in the fourth quarter and lost. They were up 20-10 in the fourth quarter, and Patrick Mahomes threw an interception late in the third and another interception early in the fourth. So in essentially back-to-back drives going into the end of the game, he was terrible. And the Niners somehow found a way to be worse. I don't know. So see, that I'm torn because it's the same coach. You see, because what you're doing, I would be willing to bet you, Alpha, what you're doing is you're basing this on the players on the field, the personnel, their record, and what they've looked like to you as a team going throughout this season, which makes absolute sense. That's what almost any fan would do, including me. But in this small instance, where it's just a very rare occurrence when this happens, I feel like you have a coach that is determined to win his way. And if he doesn't win his way, he thinks there's something wrong with the players or the coaching staff or the other team was better. But he doesn't think it has anything to do with him. If Shanahan wants to know what the problem is, he needs to go into a bathroom and look in the mirror. And then maybe he will get it. No, he probably won't because he's plenty old enough to have gotten it by now. But he hasn't. He thinks him and his daddy's system of football is like the end all of all, systems. It's good, but you've got to, it's got to be paired around your personnel, and he just doesn't do that. Tony Make a Dip said, but running quarterbacks get hurt. Well, normal quarterbacks that stand in the pocket get hurt. I've never liked it when the whole argument is running quarterbacks get hurt. I don't necessarily agree with that. Now, for example, you can get a running quarterback that's more like a Russell Wilson that only runs to cover some yards. So I'll just get a 4-yard slide. I'm looking for everyone. Oh, I got nothing. Run through a hole, shake a guy, get 7 yards, step out of bounds, that kind of thing. I want that guy. No, I don't want the Ravens guy. Because Lamar Jackson, to me, is a good enough quarterback to have won 2 Super Bowls by now. The problem is he himself, he's too dynamic. He doesn't know when he wants to and just run all over the place, or should he stay in the quarterback and, be a quarterback guy? And then he talks about that, about how sometimes it's hard for him to know, is this the play I stay in the pocket and, let the pressure get close, but depend on the offensive line to keep me on my feet so I can throw a great pass? Or is it the time where I see the offensive lines breaking down and I need to pick a gap and go get me some yards? When you have a quarterback like that, he's always going to do that. You can't coach that out of them. They're going to assess each play. And the problem with that is sometimes they're going to be wrong. You know what I mean? And more often than not, they're going to be wrong. And it leads to what we've seen with him over and over again. He's got all the talent. He's got a great coach. He's got defense. He's got offense. He's got running game. And he can't get it across the finish line. Troy Gill, I haven't heard anything about Hugh Jackson yet. Tony, make a dip. I like Jack Jones. He's got a rather attitude. Yeah. Jack Jones is turning out to be nice. So that's why I was originally thinking there's this kid, his name Tariquez. I think he's with Alabama, their cornerback. Yeah, I got it right here. Cornerback for Alabama. Oh, God, this thing's so tight. Okay. Yeah, it's Carrier. Let me make sure I'm saying his name right. I'm trying to find his name because I know I have it right here. Okay, no. Terrian Arnold. Carrier, same thing. Terrian Arnold. Now, they think there's a chance that that's who we pick at 13, because now if you pair a number 1, 13th overall defensive back, and you pair him with Jack Jones, if that kid pans out, it's going to be a long Christmas for quarterbacks in the league, because they're going to have to hold the ball a little longer because they're able to cover a little bit better. And that's not including Jacorian Bennett, who we already know is a very nice cover guy that has 4.3 speed, really elite 4.3 speed. And you add 1/3 guy to that. That could be real interesting. AP is supposed to go around town tonight giving random employees gift cards. I love that. George Prieto, I think I understand why now a lot more why Dion will not coach an NFL team, because he makes his players work and earn their numbers to be on the team, no matter if they're the best guy or whatever. Yeah, George, and you can control that kind of thing at that level, but not at the NFL level. You can't. You just can't control that kind of stuff. Karina! True. Hello, Tony. Maketh. Dip. One more. Tony, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show, man. That's a package. Tony's got to have it. Got to cut these unnecessary contracts of players we don't need before March 5th, or they get that guaranteed money. Yeah, that's going to go down, because that was one of the things I was pointing out with Champ Kelly. Champ is still with the team for those specific reasons: getting contracts in order, getting us under the cap, and also assessing players on the team, i.e. a Renfro, who, are still good players, but they count against so much of the cap to where if you take them off the team, it actually does more for your cap than he does for your team on the field. No matter what a star he may be. You know what I mean? Khalil Mack right now is in a situation like that. Khalil Mack is going to be owed somewhere in the neighborhood of 22.3, 22.5 mil. Now, that's how much he counts against the Chargers cap right now. And the Chargers cap is just a little over 40,000. So 44 million. So at 44 million, if you let go of Mack, you've cut your deficit in half, removing one guy. You see what I mean? So in my opinion, Mack's cap number makes him more eligible to release or trade than it does to keep him on the roster, when you got to get a new coach, a new GM, a new, offense, blah, 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 blah. The Chargers are in rebuild mode. James Quan Woodley, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I think the new OC got hired to keep Devontae Adams happy when he was the OC in Green Bay. He took them from 13th to number 1 on offense. I don't know who got to talking to the Raiders, because I really don't think that had anything to do with Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury was being given the job, and I think they just basically came about their senses when they realized that the guy was still negotiating. They were ready to give him the job, and then he said, well, but I need another year. And to me, in negotiations, when you keep asking for more, you're looking for a safety blanket. This is the NFL. We don't need a pretty boy who's concerned about whether he's going to, be able to give us the numbers and do a good enough job to get a future potential, contract. That's how Cliff Kingsbury is. He loses up. He lost at the college level. He got another job. He lost at that level. He got another job. He went to the Cardinals. He sucked and was losing. He couldn't get his team out of controversy. He couldn't get his own name and Kyler Murray's name out of controversy when all you would have had to have done was just support the kid. Just support the kid. If he has a video game problem, okay, address it. But don't put it out in the public. And then when it does get out in the public, don't leave him out hanging to dry where Kyler has to go out and go, this is ridiculous. I'm a grown man. No, let the owner do that. The coach do that. You got to protect the player. And they didn't do that. So see, to me, all of that are signs that Cliff Kingsbury was absolutely not the right guy. He's not, in my opinion, he's not buttoned up and professional enough to even be at the NFL level. He was struggling in college. So he gets jobs because he looks like Tom Cruise. He wears Ray-Bans and he has a $50 haircut. Put in foot in him. I can't do that. I can't go to flaunt it and then drop it. Foot. Okay. That's what he gets. Just foots. Travis Kelly. Hey, Bear. Seen where Magic John was a big influence on Cliff Kingsbury joining the Washington Commanders. You know, honestly, that's true. But at the same time, I don't think that's going to reflect well on him. There's just too many people that have this sort of elitist vibe. And it's like they want Kingsbury because they think he fits that mold. But doesn't he have to have a resume first? Why does the guy keep walking into rooms with his supermodel face and then he can speak football? Okay, I've already heard about the interviews. The guy interviews well. But you have to look at his body of work as well. And they don't do that, it seems like. I don't know. It's weird. I heard that if we don't re-sign Jacobs, we get a third. Excuse me. I heard if we don't re-sign Jacobs, we get a third-round compensatory pick for him. That's good. A third-round pick is good, but at the same time, Josh Jacobs, third-round pick. Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? I'm with keeping the future. Okay, I am the kind of person that wants to get the franchise out from under legendary veterans that made the squad. I use the classic reference, the Boston Celtics. When the Boston Celtics had Parrish, Bird, McHale, Johnson, and all those guys, Danny Ainge, they held on to them until most of them couldn't even walk. I mean, most of them had bad backs, bad knees, and they were starting to lose and retire. And that was when they finally decided, okay, we need to rebuild the team. I mean, they way overweighted to get their roster adjusted, and it made their team suck for 20 years. Now, what we have to see is, do the Raiders need to do that? I feel like the Raiders are doing that. You can only do it to a certain extent when you have this much young people on it. So the team lost, but it does still have a ton of young talent on it. So it looks like it's on the cusp. Now we have to get a good coach, which we feel like we have, good GM, which we think we have, Luke Getsy in offense, good guy, smart, old school. He makes the players fit the system. He does not ask the players to fit the system. He makes the system fit his players. That's what I like about Luke Getsy. And so he will get it. Sorry. Hey, Vicky Ginn, what's up, love? Welcome to the show. Always late and always there for a Raider Bear. Tony, dip it and make it dip. You guys, you're going to have to make one hell of a bid. Someone's going to have to put up like a 20, you know, and this is obviously way more than $20. But if someone puts up like a 20, you're going to beat Tony Make It Dip. Maybe. I'm not sure. Do you think they're going to pick up Coke to come back for a year with the Raiders or more? What do you think about it if the general manager was thinking about bringing them? Do you think they're going to pick up Coke? It literally says C-O-K-E. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pick up Coke. Craig Gilmore. Whoa, Craig Gilmore. There it is. Hope we finally have a good draft. We've the bed for 20 years. Craig, you know, guys like Khalil Mack that we picked and things like that. I don't think that that's, you know, wet in the bed for 20 years. I think that they haven't been able to get the front office and the player personnel that they get together. I thought Bruce Irvin was a very good linebacker / defensive end that we just misused badly. You know what I mean? I thought some of the linebackers we brought in the past at middle linebacker, I thought were very nice, and we should have kept a little longer, and we didn't. Navarro Bowman, the middle linebacker we had for a while, he got injured here and there, but that guy was a brick house. And he gave us a couple seasons. He looked really good. His last season, he looked really good. And then we just let him go. I didn't understand that. Craig Gilmore. Tony Make It Dip is killing it today. Vicky, and should we go after Chris Jones once the season is over? The Queefs doesn't resign him. Max Crosby wants to team up with him. I would rather Khalil Mack, but a Chris Jones move would be good because unlike Khalil Mack, I think Chris Jones is good on the outside and on the inside, defensive end and defensive tackle from that right side, whereas Khalil Mack is more strictly a defensive end or a linebacker, not really a defensive tackle. Not that he can't do it, but he's not great at it. Mr. Guerrera, okay, you're talking to someone else. You're not talking to me. Are you coming to the TNBC Texas Takeover this spring? No, I went to the last one, so I got to take a break on that, all the flying around, because I do a lot of flying around. I like that we won't let them use our locker room. I know, right? Okay, let me see. I'm making the emergency exit sign for my job. I'm going to have them jumping out the windows from the 3rd floor. Behave yourself. Let's see. All them patches are already mine. Just bring them with you, Bear, to the TNBC Texas Takeover. I'm not even saying I'm not going for sure. Oops, I made a mistake. Thank you, Mr. Guerrero. Me and Mommy will add Manuel to our prayer list. Right on. And Samuel said thank you. Good job, guys. Tony Make a Dip. I'm not against Bo Nix. I'm not against him. Hey, Bear, back from the hospital and my birthday. Happy birthday, brother. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Back from the hospital. Keep us updated, man. I hadn't seen you in a little while. Okay. JJ McCarthy is a name I've heard as a dark horse, John Leon. I've heard that. Samuel Carrera! Let's see. Number 1 picks are a bunch of hype. They carry a lot of weight to start immediately and sort of demanding big money with no proven pro experience yet. Thank God we drafted Max Crosby in the 4th round. Exactly. Stephen Marchand, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Mr. Shanahan is a dunderhead. Oh, Timothy, we got a 3rd person tonight repping for JJ McCarthy. Appreciate that, Timothy. Karina! True! Hello! Tony Make a Dip! He snuck one in there on you. Miguel Victoria, yeah, Kool-Aid's nice. That might be a 2nd round thing you could do, especially if you go with 1st round. If we do go Bo Nix, let's just say, or JJ McCarthy, then that 2nd round pick, you go cornerback. That would be nice because we do definitely need one more nice defensive back. Mike Evans trying to go home to Houston to play with the Texans. They'll make him a wide receiver 1. Yeah, and with CJ Stroud, it's just another weapon. I think CJ Stroud has proven he's the real deal. Tony, make it dip. Well, it's probably going to take more than a 1-year deal to get Mack in the house, Timothy Heckhock. But Timothy, wouldn't you say that Khalil Mack is probably like the greatest gamble you'd ever take on a player? You know what I mean? I mean, I've never seen anyone. I don't want to say he's the, greatest ever at this, but Khalil Mack to me is one of the best players I've ever seen when it comes to, I bring it on every play. I bring it to every game. He never, ever looks checked out. Even in blowouts, he looks like a pit bull with his ears pinned back, and he wants to kill your quarterback, and he's going, even though his team's down 4 touchdowns. You know what I mean? I want that guy back. I do. I just want that guy back. Tommy, that's correct. Getting Max and Mac on the same team would be amazing. Honestly, I would put Foots and Cliff Kingsbury, but honestly, Alpha, I just don't even want to bother. You know what I mean? He's a dead story. He's with the Washington, and that's it. And I've already argued him and his clap and snap offense. That's not going to go over in Washington. Washington is kind of like Chicago in the way that they like football that grinds. You know what I mean? They like running backs. They like big offensive lines. And then quarterbacks that do the job, but they're not flashy. They're not running and throwing like Josh Allen on every other play. You know what I mean? They just want a winner. A guy like Kirk Cousins would be a king in Washington. Good enough to run here and there for 4 or 5 yards. Good arm, smart, veteran. He's everything Washington likes. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up there if he doesn't end up with us. DeAndre Miller, Kingsbury ain't going to like that you're exposing how much his haircut. Oh, John LaJoy said, let's go, Niners, win. John, that's never been said on this show before. That was the first. Appreciate you, brother. Much love and good luck to you. And I mean that seriously. Obviously, you've had different people make different comments about the Super Bowl and how they feel about it. Raider fans. Most Raider fans say the same thing I do. They're not going to watch the game. I'm not going to watch the game. I'll be honest with you. But if I had to put a horse in it, it would be the Niners. Now, I don't think that it's because they're better or anything like that. I just don't want the Chiefs to pass us in Super Bowls and do it in our stadium. It'd be the ultimate embarrassment. It's already embarrassment we didn't stop them and kneecap them before they got to the Super Bowl. But now that they're there, I just want them to lose. You know what I mean? I don't care if the Niners win because the Niners already have more Super Bowls than we do. And they were a Bay Area brother of ours. So, good luck to them. I don't care if they lose. But at the same time, if they win, I like what that does to the Chiefs. They lose out on that third ring. People start to second guess whether you can call it a dynasty with only 2 rings. You see what I mean? So they go through all that. Plus, you go through the dismantling of the team party. Because whenever you make it to a Super Bowl and you lose, it doesn't matter who you are. You start dismantling the team for financial cap reasons and things like that. And, obviously Travis Kelce isn't a young player. He's going to be gone. There's a couple other wide receivers on their team that are going to be gone because they're older. Defensive guys, they're going to be gone because they're older. You're probably going to lose a coordinator or two because they keep getting the Super Bowl and they keep winning. So other teams are going to want their assistant head coaches and their assistant quarterbacks coach and stuff like that. So if the Chiefs lose, it could be the sign of things to come that they're finally going to wind down. But if the Chiefs win, they've just got bragging rights on us forever until we win another ring. So, and that would be if it was in their house and we could tie it. And, it's got to be all those things. Tony. That's a popular group, man. Timothy Heckcock said he's got moxie. I like that. I like moxie. David Placar, are you sure you're not talking about Max? Probably. Yeah, Mac and Max would just be unstoppable. Rosanna Pucci, hi, love. Welcome to the show. F both teams. Just let my numbers hit. Gonna do little side bets. I like that, Joel. All right, you guys, that's it. You've all been fun. I love you guys to pieces, but it's time for me to wrap it up. So you need to make those last minute moves. Whoa, what am I doing over here? You need to make those last minute moves. Did my phone die? No way. I think my phone died. Alexa, play Hide by NASA. All right, last minute bids. Alexa, raise volume by 4. Last minute bids. Okay, here we go. 3 sweet Raider patches, including my whiteout patch, the Raider Nation patch, the Raiderette patch, and the new one. It's the new Raiderette patch. So if you have a Raiderette in your life, they won't have this one. I'm telling you, even if they have a Raiderette patch, they won't have this one. Oh, the Battlestar Galactica Superfan patch and the little gremlin, little Buddha. Let me give him all kinds of little names. He's got a Raider sweater on. He's saying peace, and he's got a Wu-Tang flag. You don't have a better Raider. You just don't. You don't have a better Raider patch than that. And then am I done? No, I'm not done. All these patches plus the Kevlar Raiders license plate cover. Let's see. It looks like Kevlar. It's not Kevlar, but it just looks like Kevlar. It looks cool. It's Kevlar cool. Oh, let's go! Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Space Force. For all you do, the energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice. Active and veteran, much love. Please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Tickle that little bell, and it'll let you know when I'm on. And on Facebook, it's just $5 a month. You can cancel at any time. Right next to the blue thumbs up, there's a green badge. And if you hit that, you're on your way to subscribe to Raider Bear Live. And we are doing so many things with the blood, with the bad, with the I know that was terrible. With stars contributed to the show. We're doing really big things, helping the homeless, and so on and so forth. We finally got available. We finally got with some of the people at Goodwill in here in Arizona. They have a lot bigger problem than I realized. It's just I didn't know where the homeless are out here because I'm still learning what I'm learning. Because in California, I would have just been like, they over there. Do you have any hot food, canned stuff? Let's go. Shut up, Vicky Ginn. I'm mailing them, damn it. I've got Sheila Housey Jones too. I got to take care of her. I'm falling all over the place. All right, last bids in. Last bids in. Let's go. I don't know if Tony Make It Dip got it, but he may have it. Corinna snuck a couple, bids in there, and then Tony snuck a couple bids in there. It looked like this when they did it. Sneak a bid in there. Joel Irons, what's up, brother? You always make me think of my dog when I see you. You were the inspiration of that. I always wanted one of those, but at the same time, until I saw yours, I wasn't like, okay. Because I've never owned small dogs. This is the first time in my life I've had small dogs. And I went with my wife and I said, look, I'm going to get these dogs. What do you mean those? Like plural. What are you talking about? I said, well, there's two. I want two. I don't want just one. She's like, what? And I said, yeah. Oh, here it comes. That's my jam. Auction over. Alexa, stop. All right, auction over. That is it. We will tally up the stars and we will let you know who won shortly on Raider Bear Family Page. Appreciate all of you tonight. Welcome again and good night. And I will see you tomorrow. Raider Bear Family, Raider Bear Family Page. Do it sexy, Bear.